Burroughs.
These bouts get very physical. Burroughs has been in a lot of them, and they always get very physical. Two guys looking to, with the stakes this high, there's going to be some blood, there's going to be some banging, it's going to get physical, and the most technical wrestler will end up being the one who prevails. Gets him to the edge of the mat, and it's so important to get him to the edge of the mat because we run out of room to be athletic. So you can make these actions in the center of the mat, you have to score the takedown, but using the edge is such a critical position. So as he uses his fakes and gets him to the edge, he's going to run out of space to be defensive, and that's how we got that push out right there.
Approaching the halfway point of this first period, Burroughs with the 1-0 lead. There's that patented double. Good counter, though, by Bulgaria, and out of bounds they go. Step out point. Let's see if it gets confirmed. It does, and we're tied at 1. So solid job there by Umarpashaev.
Umarpashaev did a phenomenal job eating that double leg, pulling him up, and then having enough space. This is what I'm talking about. You don't want to be on the edge. He drove him back a little bit, enough to be able to still pull Burroughs up, and then he redirected him with an overhook whizzer and got the push out when he put two hands on the mat.
Trying to clear the fingers, and the referee will stop the action. Any surprises here in the opening 2 minutes?
I'm not very surprised, but you can see the game plan. This Bulgarian, he knows that Burroughs is very physical with his hands. He knows he likes to tie him up, his fingers, and so he's looking to get him frustrated by talking to the ref a little bit. And one with the push out there, Burroughs got underneath his opponent and got that push out nice. He's very difficult to finish on. He's very good with his re-attacks, that Bulgarian, and this is going to be a tight match.
Umarpashaev, 28 years old. This is his third World Championship appearance. Prior to this year, 9th place was as high as he's ever finished. Looked like a completely different wrestler in Budapest last spring as Burroughs lunges again near the edge of the mat. Good job there, circling back into the center and out of bounds. No points awarded. Umarpashaev able to reposition himself near the edge.
Yeah, he's very, Umarpashaev is very, very tricky on the edge of the mat. He's giving Burroughs a lot of trouble there, and no points there as Burroughs stayed down on his knees, and it's a grounded action. They blew the whistle, and there's no points there. Back into the action, 14 seconds left.
Burroughs reshooting, tries to swift around the go-behind, and he'll get the takedown toward the end of the first period. Unanswered points from the veteran.
Critical to score points at the end of the period for your mental. When you go back to the center, if it's 2-1, if you go back to your coach and they're spitting so much offense and defense, what you got to do, strategy. When you just scored that takedown, you feel pretty good about it. You feel confident. It's easier to relax, catch your breath, breathe through those moments, and get prepared for the second period.
The story has been told about Jordan Burroughs. He won one New Jersey high school state championship. Amazing career took off in Lincoln, Nebraska under Coach Manning. Won a couple of NCAA titles, and then the pinnacle in 2012, winning Olympic gold in London.
And so you don't have the longevity that Jordan Burroughs has had in the sport without being able to make adjustments. He's the best in the game. And so watch, he's having trouble finishing those doubles clean. Watch how he is going to make adjustments on the edge of the mat and looking to finish those takedowns a little bit smoother, but that's the way I see it going.
Inadvertent tug of the singlet will stop the action. We've had a few breaks in this one. Second period underway. Burroughs of the United States of America with a 4-1 lead.
Bulgaria is going to need to get some offense, and once again, being on the edge of the mat, every time he gets driven back there, look at all these points being scored right now. Almost a push out. I thought it was going to be a push out and an action stop, but you get a takedown and into a lace, 2 laces, 8-1. Burroughs over Umarpashaev.
Momentum starting to swing right now clearly for Burroughs. He gets the 2 and then the leg lace immediately. And Umarpashaev, who was able to fend off the first couple of doubles, now having some trouble as you talk about the adjustments. What's the biggest one that Burroughs has made on his last 2 shots?
Not too much adjustment. It looks very similar, but that body of work in the first period, the fakes, the backing up, the pressure, the clearing of ties, and that stuff wears on people. It's so physical out there. If you don't have your comfortable tie, it's going to be very difficult to rest and catch your composure. And you can see Umarpashaev starting to want to come forward, but Burroughs is relentless with clearing ties, and faking on his opponent, and that wears on him. Umarpashaev's stance is getting a little bit higher. Burroughs still doing the same double leg techniques, and now he's just finishing him. It's just a phenomenal job to work on the parterre and get into those 2 turns. Getting very physical now. I personally think that both guys are being very physical, and they called the
caution,
unnecessary roughness on the American here with that hard collar tie. Even though they exchanged blows, they need to put a rest to it. So it'll still be physical, but we won't see it be as crazy.
Freestyle wrestling, a caution is 1. Greco-Roman, it's 2. So there's a little bit of a nuance between the cautions and how they're handled in freestyle competition. Not sure what this delay is about. The caution was given. Let's get back to action, and we are. 1:40 to go, second period. Burroughs still up by 6. See the changing of the levels, again driving Umarpashaev out of bounds for another point.
Up by 7 points, 9-2, still very relentless with his offense. He smells blood. He feels that he has the advantage right now, and a lot of people like to hold off and feel this lead and just let things play out. But Jordan Burroughs looking to dominate, and he's still looking to score. Nice duck under attempt by Umarpashaev. Burroughs slips clear.
That's that's really his first true shot of the match right there, besides the counter we saw early in the first period. Burroughs dancing around inside a minute to go.
Very difficult to hit a moving target. I can feel the frustration on Umarpashaev as he wants to get his offense going. It's just very hard on such an elusive wrestler.
Trying to tiptoe and balance beam on the edge.
Amazing athleticism shown there, just trying to stay in bounds. Umarpashaev, they're calling this a push. When you get to the edge, it's called a step out. You can't extend your arm to a straight lock. That's what they're calling it against the 6-time world and Olympic champion.
He's kind of moving around like a boxer. He's dipping the shoulders. You see the shoulder movement left to right. Hopping around, just not providing a stationary target for Umarpashaev.
30 seconds left. I expect to see one more attack out of Jordan Burroughs here. He's dancing, he's moving, 12 seconds left. One more sting. It's pretty patented for him, but maybe he'll just sit on this. I'm not sure.
Jordan Burroughs is going to move one step closer to American history as he is into the finals tomorrow night. A typical Jordan Burroughs match, 9-2, your final. Burroughs into the gold medal match. And the United States starting with a bang here. They go 2 for 2 with the combination of Rutherford and Burroughs.
Amazing first day for the American team. I believe it's 12-1 they win in men's freestyle this first session, and now 2 winners with Rutherford and Burroughs moving into the finals. And Sean, my first world team was Jordan's first world team back in 2011, and I know how my body feels. He is 34 years old. He still has a lot of grit. He's got a lot of toughness, but you can feel the heart and the passion that Jordan Burroughs has for wrestling. He's a legend already, but he's just building on that legacy, making history, being in the finals for, I don't know, the 7th time now, and looking to make 7 gold medals, and now he has 10 world medals to the Burroughs name.
Big crowd on hand here inside the Stark Event Center, day 6.